Hello, viewers. My name is Xander Phoenix, and the following audio is recording of the Glenn Beck Show, September 13th, 2013. I'd also like to mention Freedom Farms Foundation. Check us out on Facebook. What we're trying to do is set up self-sufficient communal farms to help the homeless, people without jobs, or those who are unable to find jobs. So please enjoy.
She seems delightful to me. I don't know why you're
I'm just wondering how, Pat, I understand because he wasn't at CNN, but how do you, Mr. Steve Bergier, who was there, you were there, Stu, you saw it, you witnessed it, you were in the meetings, you saw the living hell that she put us through because of her, bias. How do you not get up and see Christiane Amanpour on CNN wailing about how, I have respect for Andrew Sullivan. I don't agree with Andrew Sullivan. I happen to have respect for him because at least he's consistent.
Yeah, he's consistent.
He's consistent.
Trade was not born by Sarah Palin. He's consistent on that fact.
I have respect for Ed Asner because at least he's consistent. She's not consistent. I can guarantee you if they killed 100 or 10,000 Israelis, Christiane Amanpour would not be talking about it.
She's well known as not being a friend of Israel in her reporting.
So how do you even take it when she says something like this?
I will say I did burst into at least one episode of screaming over the past half an hour. But I just
bring it on, Christiane, and you go bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, because we'd love to continue to share the stories. You might not have saved anything, but I did. We'd love to continue to share the stories.
She has become, I will say this, and this is sad, and I know, she has become very irrelevant in my life.
Well, that's because she's irrelevant in everybody's life.
Right.
It was really a mercy hiring at CNN.
I don't know why. She obviously, it made no sense for her to be hired as on a Sunday morning show, and it did not work out at all.
What a surprise.
Now she's back there. I've always thought she's horrible, and she was horrible while we were there. She was horrible after we left. She's been horrible. She will continue to be horrible.
And was anyone clamoring for her to come back to say, oh, gosh, if only Christiane Amanpour came back to CNN.
Inside CNN.
Yeah, inside CNN, they love
was
her.
The audience? The audience didn't give a rat's ass. They don't care about Christiane Amanpour.
Yeah. Okay, so let's switch and go over to NBC. NBC, the Today Show. Have you noticed that people are starting to turn on the what's the president's name? Pat.
Pat, do you know that of the United States?
They're turning on.
I just call him the president. Is all I call him.
The guy who serves with Joe Biden.
Today's the day. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
It's not going to happen.
I feel it.
Because you have specifically
put into the dark side
balloons in the ceiling for a drop, and so I just want them to be wasted up there. I want them to lose all the air in them, and by the time I say it in January,
exactly as I planned. So he has. He's $10 away from saying the president's name and breaking $1,000.
We've been doing this now since the beginning of the year. We have not said the president's name. We can count the amount of times we've actually said it because
obviously I've said it 49 times.
Yeah, and we've said it every time. It's a $20 violation. Pat is right near $1,000. And if he says it one more time, we'll cross that barrier. And because Pat, at one of Glenn's 108 violations, you smiled one time.
It really pissed him off for some reason.
It really pissed him off, and now he's been planning this for months.
Because I think I was in the 800s when I smiled. He's like, okay, when you get to 1,000, we're going to have a celebration. Remember that?
And now
Yes, I do.
It's kind of creepy, really.
And we don't have the final...
I am your father.
We don't have the final budget here yet, but we believe Glenn has spent more more money in the celebration about Pat crossing $1,000 than Pat's $1,000.
I think so.
I think it's pretty
worth it.
Wide margin.
It's worth it. It's worth every cent I paid.
Why? Why is it? Because I smiled?
Yeah, I'm thinking about inviting you and your wife out to dinner. Well, not even you, but your wife out to dinner tonight, just so we can just talk about that $1,000 and your lack of self-control.
I don't think my wife will go on a date with you. I didn't
say I was going
to
take her
out on a date. You said you were going to invite her out on a date to go to dinner.
Well, I
don't think she'll do it.
Oh, is she busy with somebody else? Because she's not getting a date with a guy who just has no he has no self-control. He's going to break $1,000. So anyway,
we were on the drinking water thing.
The first lady. I better not blow it and say his name before.
I can't wait because you're going to get to 2,200 before I get to 1,000.
So anyway, the first lady was on the Today Show, and if you notice, they're turning on these people. They're starting to turn on them. And she was on the Today Show with some ridiculous thing about talking about how we just all have to drink extra water. Now
it's a special initiative.
It's a special initiative
from the first
now
lady.
This has been signed. This recently was just
debunked.
Just debunked.
Absolutely was.
Yeah.
Yes, we had a story 3 weeks ago.
And the First Lady, Michelle Obama, sent us a special message about it. Take a look.
Hello, Today Show viewers, and good morning from the White House. Today I'm working to inspire Americans from all across the country to drink more water. That's why I've stolen Matt and Savannah's mugs and exchanged them with water glasses.
Oh, man.
Water is the best and easiest choice we can make to feel energized, focused, healthy, and refreshed. You are what you drink, and when you drink water, you're at your best. So drink up.
Wait a minute.
Mrs. Obama, thank you very much.
If you say so.
I like what Savannah says there. If you say so. It's kind of a little, it would seem to be I'm not buying into your nonsense on this one because she probably saw the report just like we did 3 weeks ago where none of that is true.
Yeah, there was a report that because they've been saying forever you should have 2 liters of water per day, and they found out that actually has no health benefits to it. There's no health benefits that they can track down to that.
We are designed to get thirsty when we need water. We are designed to get thirsty when we need water.
The body does seem to have a pretty specific thing it does when you need water.
When you need water.
Yeah.
And it's not like I can't quench it with Coke. I can't. I couldn't quench it with Jack Daniels. When your body needs water.
Is that what you were trying to do all those years?
I was very thirsty. When your body needs water, has anybody else woken up in the middle of the night and just been like, got to have water? Have you ever had that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, water. And that's the only thing that will quench it. When your body needs water, it tells you it needs water. Now, this makes my wife a little, because my wife is like, gotta drink more water.
8 glasses of water a day. And that's what was just disproven. I think was the 8 glasses a day or whatever. Isn't that what they just said?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet the White House just goes ahead with it anyway.
Yeah.
Again, every time the facts come out on the table.
And can I ask you a question? A real serious question. Is this all these people have to do with their time? Really? To try to teach us how to drink more water? The world is on fire. Wouldn't you like to see the First Lady compassionate about the Christians that are being slaughtered? Wouldn't you like to see that? How about teaching somebody to read? How about teaching somebody not to? How about going into the inner cities of Chicago that you're supposed to love so much and teaching them not to kill each other?
Yeah, you talk about a mockable First Lady initiative.
Gosh,
this is it.
More water.
And they relentlessly mocked Nancy Reagan for her anti-drug campaign.
Right.
That's all they did to her was just say no and all that stuff they mocked. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. There's no mocking going on.
There's no mocking.
None.
No.
I believe Brian Sack may mock the water initiative. if they still want a paycheck.
Yeah, no, this is from, I figured I'd pick the Huffington Post, which is the organization this president,
Almost.
I almost said it. This president recommends that we read when they said the health recommendation to drink 6 to 8 glasses of water a day is thoroughly debunked nonsense, says the British Medical Journal. Wow. Some organizations backed by bottled water makers, such as Hydration for Health, say that it's important to drink 1.5 to 2 liters of water a day. However, no such claims have ever been confirmed in studies. And drinking too much water.
Listen to that. Never been confirmed in any studies.
And drinking too much water can actually be dangerous by causing low blood sodium levels.
Well, we know about the woman who did the radio stunt and drowned in her own water.
Right.
She drank
It's
so
really
much
sad.
she died. It was really sad. I didn't know you could drown in your own water intake, but you obviously can. So
I don't know. We should try that as a radio stunt with you. Why don't you drink some water?
I think that's a good idea.
Oh, that's right.
Is this
You
all
have
about the
because you have a
smile
milkshake
again?
because you have a milkshake coming.
Yes, hopefully.
Now, now Pat just had like breakfast like an hour ago. Now he's on this thing. I'm only going to eat one meal. I'm going to eat one meal. It's breakfast. But so he had breakfast.
Well,
Okay,
it's
like
one-
an hour ago.
it's one
And then he comes
continuous
to me
meal.
with his credit card like it's like it's porno. And he's like, well, look at what I got. I'm like, you got a credit card. I'm buying breakfast. Didn't you just eat? Yes, but you want some. Don't you want some? No, I just had breakfast. You want something. Come on. Come on. You want something? Let's get something. We could order something. I'm not in with you, you sick foodaholic. There's something wrong with you. Tell me about your childhood. He is like, so he says, I said, wait a minute, aren't you having one meal a day? And he's like, no, I'm just going to have some food. It's about calories. So then I hear him order, and he orders a milkshake.
Yes.
Because there's no calories in
There's no
milkshakes.
calories in a milkshake.
Very few.
It's just milk that's shaken in a specific
I'm only
angle that
eating
turns to
one-
chocolate.
I'm only eating once a day, but I'm having banana splits.
Oh, it's a continual meal once a day.
It
I'm
really
just-
is.
it's just- it hasn't
really
ended
is.
yet.
It hasn't ended.
Yeah.
He does
That's all.
have he's got like a 5-hour window where he'll allow himself to eat.
Yes.
And he'll just eat and eat.
Yes.
Now you're getting it.
Yes.
Is it working?
Yes.
How much have you
I mean,
lost?
is it 32 pounds?
32 pounds he's lost.
It's 32 pounds?
And the only thing that,
Wow,
that he,
you were heavy.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the only downside to
32?
it
Really?
is that we have to
Wow,
hear
good
about
for
it.
you, Pat.
Thank you.
We have to hear about it all the time. Every time.
No.
Because at like
No.
10 a.m., Pat says, oh, well, at least I don't have to eat for another 20 hours. At least I don't have to put any food in my mouth for the next 20 hours.
So what are you going to do when you first of all, when is enough? When is
I
enough
don't know,
enough?
Jackie. I don't know when that happens.
When
do
is
you
it-
want to get together with my wife and just nag me all day?
I just want to know when is enough, so we know when to send you into.
When I
you
get
know,
down to the weight I weighed in high school, that's when it's enough.
You're 67 years old. So what? So how much more weight
I know,
is that?
So it's now or never, I guess.
So how much more weight? How much weight is it?
Another probably 20 pounds. Ish.
When you get down to the weight you were in high school.
About 170.
All right. Are you doing any exercise with this?
Yes.
That can't be true.
Walking to the milkshakes in the morning when they're running out to
No,
the door.
and
the
back to my
milkshakes are
desk.
headed back to your desk.
And the milkshakes are heavy. That's weightlifting.
It really is.
Because he gets the big
and
32
I
ounces.
do this a lot. You
You
know,
just
from
hand
from
from
the table to my
your
mouth.
mouth.
That's a curl.
It's a
That's a
curl.
curl.
It's curling right there.
So, okay. All right. All right. So if you start to say to me, but after that one meal, I'm exercising my abs by vomiting, I am going to recommend some serious
That's fair
mental
enough.
health work.
Fair enough.
Okay. Back in a second.